Today's story is called Unmask: The Hidden Schemes and Shadows of Deceit. Part 1. The Mysterious Disappearance. In the small, picturesque town of Crestwood, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, a sense of unease settled over the community. 2 weeks had passed since Rebecca Thornton, a beloved schoolteacher, had mysteriously vanished without a trace. Rebecca was known for her warm smile and kind heart, and her disappearance had sent shockwaves through Crestwood. The townsfolk couldn't fathom who would want to harm her, and the local authorities were at a loss, unable to find any leads in the baffling case. It was on a cold, foggy morning that Detective Daniel Parker arrived in Crestwood. With his reputation for solving the most puzzling cases, he had been called in to unravel the mystery of Rebecca's disappearance. As he surveyed the town, he couldn't help but feel that there was more to this case than met the eye. Detective Parker's first order of business was to speak with Rebecca's friends and family. They described her as a dedicated teacher who had a genuine passion for her students. She had no known enemies, and her sudden disappearance was completely out of character. As he examined Rebecca's home, Parker found no signs of forced entry or struggle. It was as if she had simply vanished into thin air. He knew that to solve this mystery, he would have to dig deep into the town's secrets, where shadows of deceit might be lurking. Crestwood, on the surface, appeared to be a tranquil and close-knit community. Its streets were lined with quaint cottages, and the townspeople greeted each other with warm smiles. But as Parker soon discovered, every idyllic facade could conceal secrets darker than the deepest woods that surrounded the town. Rebecca's last known whereabouts had been at Crestwood Elementary, where she taught English and literature to eager young minds. She was passionate about her work, often staying late to prepare engaging lesson plans or to offer extra help to struggling students. Parker couldn't shake the feeling that Rebecca's dedication to her job held a clue to her disappearance. He knew that to unravel this mystery, he would need to retrace her steps, speak to her colleagues and students, and uncover any secrets she might have unwittingly stumbled upon. The detective's journey into the heart of Crestwood's secrets had just begun, and he sensed that beneath the town's charming exterior lay a web of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Part 2. The Clues Unearthed. Detective Parker wasted no time in delving into the case. He began by speaking with Rebecca's friends and family, trying to piece together her last known movements. It appeared that the schoolteacher had been working late at Crestwood Elementary on the night she disappeared, preparing lesson plans for the following week. As he examined her classroom, a peculiar detail caught his eye: a series of coded messages scribbled on the chalkboard. They seemed to be a jumble of numbers and symbols, utterly incomprehensible at first glance. Parker sensed that these messages held a crucial clue, and he painstakingly decoded them. To his astonishment, the messages revealed a pattern of secret meetings and clandestine dealings, all involving prominent figures within Crestwood's tight-knit community. It was as if Rebecca had stumbled upon a web of intrigue, a hidden world that had led to her disappearance. The detective couldn't help but wonder about the significance of these secret gatherings. What could possibly unite the town's leaders, businessmen, and even some of Rebecca's fellow teachers in such a covert manner? It was clear that these meetings held the key to understanding the mystery that shrouded Crestwood. Parker's investigation led him to scrutinize the coded messages meticulously. Each symbol, each number, held a hidden meaning. Names, dates, and locations began to emerge from the enigmatic jumble, forming a disturbing picture of deception. He discovered that Rebecca had been keeping a meticulous record of these meetings. Notes hidden in her home hinted at her growing suspicion that something was amiss in Crestwood. She had become a silent observer of the town's most influential figures, documenting their secretive dealings. The detective couldn't shake the feeling that Rebecca's curiosity had put her on a perilous path. Her dedication to her students had led her to uncover a world of hidden agendas, where powerful individuals conspired behind closed doors. With each revelation, the shadows of Crestwood deepened. Parker knew that to solve the puzzle and find Rebecca, he needed to delve deeper into the secrets of the town's elite. As he prepared to confront the figures mentioned in the coded messages, he braced himself for the chilling truths that awaited him beneath the tranquil surface of Crestwood. Part 3. Unmasking the Deceivers. Detective Parker's investigation had taken a perilous turn as he delved deeper into the coded messages, and the secret meetings hidden beneath Crestwood's tranquil veneer. The names of town leaders, prominent businessmen, and even some of Rebecca's fellow teachers had emerged as key players in this enigmatic web of deceit. With each revelation, Parker's conviction grew that Rebecca's disappearance was intricately tied to what she had inadvertently uncovered. He began to unravel the connections between these influential individuals, exposing a world of corruption, betrayal, and illicit activities that festered beneath the town's charming facade. As Parker questioned the town's elite, he encountered layers of deception and evasion. Alibis crumbled and lies were exposed. Crestwood, once perceived as an idyllic community, had now revealed itself as a hotbed of corruption and deceit. The detective's relentless pursuit of justice began to unravel the motives behind Rebecca's disappearance. She had unwittingly become a threat to those who sought to protect their hidden agendas. Parker had a growing sense that he was closing in on the truth, but the shadows of Crestwood held their secrets tightly, and the danger continued to mount. As Parker unearthed more evidence, he couldn't shake the feeling that Rebecca's dedication to her students had led her to a dangerous precipice. The coded messages she had deciphered had exposed a clandestine world where the powerful conspired to maintain their grip on the town's affairs. The detective was determined to piece together the sequence of events that had led to Rebecca's vanishing, and he was prepared to face the consequences of unmasking the deceivers who lurked in the town's darkest corners. The shadows of Crestwood held the key to solving the mystery, and Parker was determined to bring those responsible to justice, no matter the cost. Part 4. The Tangled Web. Detective Parker's relentless pursuit of the truth had unraveled a complex and dangerous web of deceit that stretched through Crestwood's heart. The coded messages, secret meetings, and the involvement of influential individuals painted a chilling picture of a town teetering on the brink of exposure. As Parker continued to investigate, he delved deeper into the clandestine organization known as the Crestwood Society. This enigmatic group, hidden from the public eye, had exerted its influence over the town's affairs for years. Parker believed that the society held the key to Rebecca's disappearance and the web of deceit that ensnared Crestwood. The detective knew that revealing the Crestwood Society's secrets would be a formidable task. Their members were skilled at covering their tracks, and the consequences of exposing their illicit activities were dire. But Parker was unyielding in his pursuit of justice, even as the danger escalated. With every revelation, the web of deceit became more convoluted. Parker discovered a trail of cover-ups orchestrated by the Crestwood Society, ensuring that their illegal actions remained hidden from public scrutiny. He found evidence of embezzlement, blackmail, and other nefarious deeds that had gone unchecked for years. As Parker connected the dots, he realized that Rebecca's disappearance was intricately linked to this secretive organization. She had inadvertently stumbled upon their covert operations, becoming a silent observer of their misdeeds. The detective couldn't ignore the growing sense of peril that surrounded him. Threats, both veiled and overt, were made against his life as he drew closer to revealing the society's secrets. The town of Crestwood was on edge, torn between the desire for truth and the fear of exposing its own corruption. With each discovery, Parker inched closer to unraveling the mystery that had shrouded Crestwood for so long. The shadows of deceit were receding, but they still clung to the town's darkest corners, and the detective knew that the final revelation would come at a price. Part 5. Betrayal in the Shadows. Detective Parker's investigation had reached its most treacherous juncture. The web of deceit had grown darker, and the clandestine organization known as the Crestwood Society loomed ominously on the horizon. With every revelation, the town's secrets became more tangled, and the danger escalated. The detective's determination to unveil the truth was unwavering, but as he dug deeper, he uncovered a trail of betrayal within the Crestwood Society itself. Members of the organization had turned on one another, each fearing that their own secrets would be exposed. Threats, blackmail, and even violence had become tools to maintain their silence. Parker couldn't help but wonder if Rebecca had inadvertently become a witness to this internal strife within the society. She had unknowingly documented their conflicts in her coded messages, and her disappearance was likely linked to what she had uncovered. As Parker pieced together the sequence of events leading to Rebecca's vanishing, he uncovered the disturbing extent of the betrayal. Society members had been willing to sacrifice their own to protect their hidden agendas, and the web of deceit had ensnared even the most unsuspecting individuals. With each revelation, the shadows of Crestwood grew darker, and the detective knew that he was closing in on the truth. The society's secrets, once meticulously guarded, were beginning to crumble, leaving a trail of shattered allegiances and broken lives in their wake. Parker was resolute in his mission, even as threats against him escalated. The members of the Crestwood Society had much to lose, and they were willing to go to great lengths to safeguard their secrets. The town was divided between those who sought justice and those who clung desperately to the status quo. As the detective prepared to confront the society's leader and reveal their crimes to the world, the shadows of deceit that had shrouded Crestwood for so long began to recede. The final revelation awaited, and Parker knew that justice would prevail, even in the face of the most entrenched deception. Hit the like button, comment on the video, and subscribe to our channel if you love horror stories.